What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? Hold up, Keo. It's Tuesday. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I know what we doing here. Tonight's game, one of the NBA Finals. This is an exclusive NBA Finals special hosted by yours truly, Truex the Sports Junkie, and my brother from another mother holding down from Cali and the West Coast. I'm talking about my man, Keo. What up?
What up, man? Man, this is the NBA show. What up, man?
Oh,
Tuesdays is back, man.
You taking shots early
What's
like
up?
this?
Yeah, man.
Wow, you taking shots early.
NBA show, man. You know, I love talking sports. I don't make that much appearances on the NBA show. But I'm here for tonight's NBS show. I'm just gonna call it the NBS show tonight, man.
See,
Man, I'm back, man. I'm back with a vengeance, man.
Wow, hey,
Fire show last night.
Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
Fire show last night on Uncensored, recapping our battle rap show. It got a little hectic out there. But make sure you go check out the latest video, man. We did a recap on the Max Out event this upcoming weekend. We got a couple more videos dropping this week, so stay tuned. But tonight, this is the NBS show special. NBA Finals Game 1 tonight. Game 1 tonight, man. We're gonna be tackling everything regarding the NBA Finals tonight. So and we're gonna do it before the game starts, man. So what we had planned was hopefully we'll have it by the end of the show. If not, then I'll probably have an upload. We'll probably have an uploaded on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook watch pages. So and we're gonna get some predictions from a couple members from the NBS team and some past special guests and friends, man. So stay tuned and check out for that.
You first of all, let me say this, man. Keo being foul. I never planned on this being the NBS show. This was supposed to be an NBA Finals special. We were supposed to do this a couple of hours earlier. He's clowning right now. He's taking shots at my main man, Judge Justin, and my main man, Jasper. But to your credit, I mean, we talking basketball. There's only one person on this panel that should be talking basketball. As you know, who's the fantasy basketball champion, and that's Truex, the Sports Junkie. But with that being said, this is the NBA final special, and we're going to break all this stuff down for you. We're going to tell you who's going to win. We want to know who y'all think is going to win, how many games, who's the X Factor, who's the MVP of the NBA Finals for 2021. But we're going to start with, Keo, advantages. We're going to go through every position. We're going to go to the bench. We're going to go to the coach. We're going to even go to the arenas in which they play. The first one, I'm going to start with one that's I'm not going to start with the typical. And I'm not really worried about what position, because now we're playing position as basketball. But I want to go like interesting matchups. So I kind of like matched them up interesting when it comes to their starting five, Keo. I want to know, we're not going to start with the point guard because that's the one we're going to talk about. We're going to start with point guard. Who has the advantage? CP3 or Jrue Holiday? Both. Former Pelicans. What are we doing, Pelicans? We lost both of them. Come on, man. Who you giving the advantage to?
I'm gonna give it to CP3, man. I think he's been one of the huge reasons why this team is where they're at today. He closed out the Clippers, dropping 41. He's basically the leader of this team. He's basically what makes this team go. But Drew Holiday ain't no slouch, man. Drew Holiday, first defense, all defensive team. He slowed down Trey Young, contained them pretty well in this game despite him getting injured. But I'm taking CP3 in this game, man. A huge advantage to CP3 for me.
Okay. I'm gonna lean towards CP3 as well. CP3 is an all-time great at the point guard position in my mind. He's definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer. I think, but I will say this about Drew. Drew is extremely underrated. I've been saying that for years. Him coming out of UCLA, he had a great rookie season, a couple of seasons out there in Philly. We traded for him as when I say we, I talk about the Pelicans. If y'all tune in, y'all already know how I'm coming. And I thought it was going to be a great trade. I thought we was going to do some great things. But unfortunately, he's here. Him and Chris Paul, both former Pelicans, are in the finals going up against each other. I like Drew. He's super underrated in the NBA. But come on, man. We're going CP3 on this one. Like you said, 41 points in the closeout game on the road versus his former team. CP3 has really upgraded this team in Phoenix. So I'm going with CP3 as far as who gets the edge at the point guard position. Let's move to the shooting guard position. And I know I could have put Tucker here, but I'm going Middleton versus Booker. Who you giving the advantage to?
I'm giving it to Chris Middleton. You kidding me? Clearly Chris. Yeah, man. Chris Middleton, man, is that guy, man. I definitely not taking Devin Booker. Devin Booker is a high volume shooter. He's hot and cold at times. I know where True's gonna go with. We shouldn't even need to ask him. Chris Middleton has been that guy. He has huge closeout games for this team, man. When it came to the Nets, he took over that game. I think it was a game 7. And then the previous game against Atlanta Hawks, he took over that game also, man. Chris Middleton, once he gets going, you cannot contain that guy, man. And Devin Booker cannot guard Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton, he'll pull up on you, he'll post up on you. He definitely has a size advantage over you. Devin Booker, outside of that one game, he hasn't been Devin Booker, man, like people think he is, man. Devin Booker is very inconsistent in this game. And if it wasn't for CP3 coming back this series, they probably would have been out of the NBA Finals. We probably wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Wow. So Book gets a 40-point triple-double in game 1 with no CP3, and you're still disrespecting.
Exactly. I mean, that's the game I was talking about. Game 1, and then you didn't do diddly squat after that.
He didn't have to, Keo. He didn't have to do anything. They did what they were supposed to do. They got the job done. There's one guy, you want to talk about somebody that doesn't show up? Dude, until this season, now he did show up. I'm not going to sit there and say that. But Middleton has crumbled many times. And I like Chris Middleton. Shout out to him. But we're not about to sit here and do that, man. We're not about to sit here.
Postseason is what matters, man. Chris Middleton has delivered series after series.
What happened last year versus Miami? Where was he?
We're talking about what's happening now, and now you can't live off of the past. Chris, I mean, Devin Booker is a fancy name, a young high riser, but come on now, this is Chris Middleton we're talking about. Put some respect on him, man. He's probably been the best player on this Bucks team throughout this postseason, man.
Don't do that. No, we're not gonna do that right now.
No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I just did that right now. You're being biased right now because we know that Devin Booker is one of our favorite players. So at the end of the day, you'll never look at it at an unbiased point of view
I
because you
am,
like
bro.
Devin Booker. So
Bro,
obviously, you're gonna give him the nod.
bro. Okay, you know what? I'm used to this. You know what? You're something else. We know that you're gonna do this. We know that you're gonna troll. Go ahead and be the troll that you want to be. This is clearly Devin Booker. No disrespect to Middleton. Middleton's the third best team in the Bucks team. I'm gonna say it again: the third best team player. And shoot, Middleton up to this point, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like he crumbled in a lot of big moments.
Middleton's the best player on the.
He's played well. He's the third best
Middleton
team
has
in
been
the
the best player on this postseason on this
Bucks.
team.
That's your opinion. I feel like Drew has been the best player. Well, not Giannis, then Drew.
He's the best.
Brooke Lopez, who
He's
we'll talk
best
about in a
defensive
second.
player.
Come on, man. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do Keo, you something else. You had your chance to talk like you always tell me. Let me get what I have to say out. There's one guy out here that dropped 70 in the NBA game. I know a guy that can go give me 50, and that's Book. Middleton's not giving you 50. He's not giving you 50. You consider he may have a 30-point game. If he drops 30, people are excited about that. That's great. But he's not giving you 50. Book can single-handedly take over a game. Devin Booker is, for me, clear choice here. No discussion.
Yeah, he'll take over. Keyword. Keyword. You said game. He'll take over a game, not games.
If he gives you,
that's the huge difference, man.
Not many people can give you a game in the finals. You need 4 to win. If Book gives you 1, Chris Paul gives you 1, and the team plays 2 good games, they win the series. Book can give them a game. Middleton can have a good game, and that doesn't guarantee they're going to win the game. He's not giving you 50. He's not giving you 40, in my opinion. So at the end of the day,
I think he'll give you consistent 30s, man, and mid-20s.
Consistent. Hey, I need my stats.
He's more consistent than Devin Booker.
If you tune
I don't even need to check the stat sheet. Hey, I don't need to check the stat sheet, but
Middleton's played more games than Book this postseason. And I'll say Book has had more 30-point games this postseason than Middleton, despite playing less games. So we can look that up.
We need to.
That's my guess. All right, we can sit there and argue this all day. Before the game comes on, we gotta get through this show. So, all right, small forward, Jay Crowder or PJ Tucker? Who you got?
I think this is more of a preference thing. With this, man. I'm gonna say Jay Crowder though. I think I'm gonna give the advantage to Jay Crowder, but defensively, I would give the nod to PJ Tucker though. PJ Tucker, he'll give you a hard time. He did the same with Kevin Durant the past couple series. So I'm gonna go with Jay Crowder though. Jay Crowder, he's a deadly improved in the shooting. I think he's an underrated defensive player also. He could get on your nerves, and we've seen it with LeBron. So I'm going with Jay Crowder.
Okay, I'm gonna actually go the opposite way from what you just said, Pete. I'm going PJ Tucker. I think if the Bucks are gonna win this series, it's gonna be because PJ Tucker takes on Devin Booker defensively. I don't think he's gonna guard Jay Crowder. We know Tucker's gonna guard one of the better players on the court. And then I look at like Drew Holiday's gonna take CP3. So when you have CP3 going up against Drew, Tucker versus Book on the defensive end, I think that's a great situation for the Bucks. In order for the Bucks to win, Tucker's gonna have to play really well. I feel like the Suns could win this series without Jay Crowder playing really well. Now, when I say Tucker's gonna have to hit wide open corner shots, corner threes, but also he has to be a beast defensively, guarding Book. If he can slow Book down in this series, and Drew can slow down CP3, the Bucks have a great chance. I think they'll put Middleton on Bridges or Crowder, just depending on, if Giannis plays or not. We'll definitely see that. I know he's questionable for game 1, but and he's a game time decision. But I'm gonna go Tucker. I think Tucker's definitely more of the guy that they have to look to if the Bucks are gonna win this series. The Suns can win without Crowder having a great series. Let's go to the power forward. I know the Suns typically play two small forwards, so I had to put Bridges here. I could have put Crowder here as well. But Crowder versus Giannis or Portis, who you got? Who gets that? Who gets the nod?
I'm gonna go with Giannis and Portis clearly in this one. I think Bridges a little bit too small size. I see him Bridges as a small forward. Um, Bridges, he could create his own shot when he wants to. I think he's a very solid shooter, but Portis has stepped up huge for Giannis since he's been out. I think if Portis gets him inside, it's going to be a huge problem. Yeah, Portis, I actually think that he's a better mid-range jump shooter than Giannis. Obviously, you know what Giannis is. You know what Giannis could do with his high percentage shots. He dominates inside, and it's tough to defend that guy. But I'm clearly taking Giannis and Portis in this one.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you 1,000%. Whether it's Giannis or Portis, I like both of those guys. There's no shot at Mikal Bridges. I think he's really good. I think he's definitely a key to their success. But you got guys like Cam Johnson is going to come off the bench that may take minutes from a Crowder or Bridges if they're not playing well. And Cam Johnson could definitely be an X factor. I know we're going to talk about that in a second. He's been shooting the ball very well these playoffs. And offensively, they can definitely use him when you have Tucker on Book and Drew on CP3. So I'm going to go Giannis and Portis, regardless of who it is. Obviously, if it's Giannis, it's a slam dunk. Who's better or who's going to be more valuable in this finals run. So I'm going to go Giannis and Portis regardless, though. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. Who you got in the center position? Ayton and Lopez. Both were key contributors to getting out of last round. Giannis gets hurt. Lopez played great since Giannis has been out. And Ayton has been a beast for the Suns against the Clippers. So who you got in this one?
Man, I'm taking freaking DeAndre Ayton. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Ayton's has been a problem, man, since dating back to the first round, man. Like Ayton has been a problem. He's really impressed me, man. Not just on the defensive side, not just rebounding, but scoring wise, man. Posting up and being a dominant center. That the way this is the Andre Ayton that I envisioned when he got drafted out of Arizona. This is the Andre Ayton that I was getting familiar with, man. And he's showing us why, man. He's showing that he could be a dominant offensive player, not just dominate with his defensive presence. So I'm definitely taking Ayton. I think Brook Lopez, I think advantage he has, obviously he could shoot that outside shot, which he makes it majority of the times, man. And I just think inside that, if Lopez goes inside against Ayton, I think it could be huge problems. And I think it's going to be a problem for Brook Lopez going against Ayton.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going with somebody in this one. And I know you're going to say I'm being biased, but there was a guy on my team that wanted me this belt. So, of course, I'm going DeAndre Ayton. I know a lot of people saying he didn't show up as far as fantasy. He could have played better. Of course he could have. But he did enough to earn me this belt. I do think this is by a hair, though. I feel like Lopez has been playing some of his best basketball since playing in Brooklyn. This dude has looked really well. Look really good, I should say. Not well. Really good for the Bucks, especially without Giannis. I think with Giannis and Lopez in the starting lineup, this could spell some trouble for the Suns, because I think that you're going to try to put Ayton on Giannis, and then who guards Lopez? Are you going to put Crowder? You're going to put Bridges on him? I think this could be a matchup problem. But on the other end, you look at it, Lopez can guard Ayton. Giannis can guard Crowder or Bridges. So if Giannis is healthy enough to play, this could definitely be a huge point within the series. I'm going Ayton just because I think Ayton defensively can do a little bit more. as well as be that force that possibly could stop Giannis if Giannis does play. Because I don't like the other matchups for Giannis. If you put Bridges or Crowder, I think Giannis basically takes advantage of both of those guys. So I'm gonna go Ayton on that one. Okay, Keo, let's get to the bench. Who got the advantage? Bucks or Suns?
I'm going with the Suns in this one. They got a couple injuries right now. I think with DiVincenzo being out, it hurts them in this game. Bobby Portis moves up to the starting position, especially with Giannis being injured. We don't know what the status is with that. But I look at the Suns, man. They have guys on their bench that could take over the game. With Payne, you got the shooter Johnson. I just think they got some huge key role players in there that could help up and step up. And a couple bench players for the Bucks that can possibly step up. Maybe somebody like Bryn Forbes. I think that guy could definitely be a huge factor. But the Suns bench, I think they could be really dangerous with Saric, Cameron Payne. I think those guys are huge key role players that could be a huge factor in this series. I'm taking the Suns.
I'm with you 1,000%. You said it all, man. Just that backcourt. But when you can take out Book and you could take out CP3 and then put in Cameron Payne and Cameron Johnson, that's a problem for anybody. I mean, are they CP3 and Book? No, they're not. But guess what? They can play. Both of them can really play. And then Saric coming in, I like that as well. Torrey Craig, what's ironic about Torrey Craig, I don't know how true it is, but Torrey Craig started the year on the Bucks roster. And there's a story out there that says no matter who wins this finals, Torrey Craig ends up getting a ring because he started the year in Milwaukee and ended up in Phoenix for the finals.
Yeah.
So, that's a cool little story. But I think Torrey Craig brings something to the table too for the Suns. So I'm going with the Suns in this one. It's no slight to the Bucks. I like that you brought up Bobby Portis. If Bobby Portis is forced to start because Giannis is out, that definitely hurts their bench. But if he's coming off the bench, that definitely gives him a spark plug off the bench. But I'm gonna go with the Suns regardless, even if Portis was coming off the bench. All right, Keo, Coach. Who gets the nod? Who gets the nod right here? Mike Budenholzer or Monty Williams?
Damn. Oh man. I think this is also a toss up. Also, man. I'm gonna go with the more experienced coach, Budenholzer, man. I think Budenholzer, he catches a lot of slack. He was rumored to be on the hot seat. I don't think anymore.
Right.
And one thing about Budenholzer, he's really good at making adjustments. Just imagine what happened with Giannis, and then he was able to make adjustments in the game to bring this team back. Even when they were down a couple games in the past couple series, he was able to make adjustments later in the game for his team to be successful. So I'm going with Budenholzer for a slight advantage. I wouldn't be mad if somebody said Monty.
Well, you're not about to get mad then because I got Monty Williams. No disrespect to Mike Budenholzer. I feel like in late game situations, he's dropped the ball for me. But of course, everybody does. Let's be honest. But Monty Williams, the reason why I'm going with Monty is when you look at the Suns roster, this is no disrespect to the Bucks. When I think the Bucks are playing obviously for a championship. We understand that. But the Suns are playing for a championship. But it seems like I coach. I coach, Keo. It seems like Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and the rest of the team, DeAndre Ayton, and the whole team, they don't not only want to win for themselves, they want to win for Monty Williams. It's like they bought in to what he's selling. And as a coach, you know the difference. You know when you have a team that's talented, but then it's totally different when you have a team that's talented and willing to run through a wall for you. And I feel like those guys are willing to do whatever Monty Williams asks of them. So I'm going Monty Williams, and I'm not going to say by clear, but the definite answer for me is Monty Williams. That's no disrespect to Budenholzer. Not to say his players haven't bought into what he's selling, because obviously they're in the finals. They knocked out Kevin Durant and Brooklyn, so you got to give him his props for that. But I'm going Monty Williams in this one. All right, Keo. Now we're about to make some people mad. I'm going to be honest with you. What up to everybody in Arizona? Rum Nitty, what it do? Everybody in Arizona. Everybody in Milwaukee. Keo. Where's the tougher place to play? In Fiserv Forum, Deer District, or Phoenix Suns Arena? We about to make the fans mad. And you know, if you say the other one, that the fans are going to be at your neck on Twitter. They're going to say, man, Keo, what's up, man? Rum Nitty might inbox, he might DM you and say, what's up, Keo? You know Vixen, she from Milwaukee.
I'm going with Milwaukee, man. I think Milwaukee's more the tougher place to play. Yeah, man, Milwaukee. I think that crowd is very hostile. They definitely upgraded that arena. I think they got some really loyal, diehard fans there. And then outside, man, Deer District. Are you kidding me, man? I never seen anything like that, man. Not like I don't think no fan base have anything like that, man. Outside, out of Deer District, man. Nobody has anything like that.
But what about the North?
Huh?
Come on, man. Toronto have it lit outside too now.
Nah, but what did they call it though, man? But they have an actual name.
We are the North.
Nah, this is
something. I can't remember what they called it, but they called it something. They called it something, and I'm tripping right now for forgetting. But they did call it something, because that's what I thought of when I saw Deer District. I thought about Toronto and how crazy it was. What they called it? Anybody in the chat right now? I can't think of it on the top of my head. But what do they call it where all the fans are outside the arena in Toronto? But I'm not mad at you for saying Deer District.
I'm going with Deer District. I think that's a tough place to play, man. It ain't the toughest arena to play at. But if you asking between these two, I'm going with Deer District, the more hostile environment to play at.
Yeah, I mean, I've been given a lot of advantages to the Suns, but on this one, I'm 1,000% with you. Fiserv Forum, Deer District, it's rowdy out there in Milwaukee. They're hungry. They haven't won a chip since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, I know the Suns haven't won, and they've been to the finals in the 90s. I mean, Milwaukee, oh my God. Even with Glenn Robinson, Big Dog, and Ray Allen didn't get to the finals. They've been wanting this for so long. I'm going to say Deer District as well. I think it's a little bit a tougher place to play, and it's going to be, tough for the Suns to get some dubs out there in Milwaukee. All right, Keo. Now it's getting to the interesting part. We done with the advantages. Who is going to be the X factor in the series?
For both teams, or you want me to say one player?
You can say both teams, but who do you think ultimately will be the X factor in this series? Well, you go both teams. Just go both teams.
Okay, the X factor in this series, I'm gonna go with starting with the Phoenix Suns. I'm gonna go with Phoenix bench, man. Phoenix bench, I think, is the X factor, man. Cameron Payne, and Cameron Johnson, those two guys, man. I think those guys are going to be the X factor in this game. You're gonna those Paul and Booker. They're not gonna. There's going to be times where they have a little struggle throughout the game, and one of those guys going to have to step it up and keep the momentum going. And I think those two guys are the momentum. are the X factor in this game for the Phoenix Suns. As far as the Milwaukee Bucks, I think the X factor in this game, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Drew Holiday. Drew
Facts.
Holiday is gonna be, yeah. The reason why I said that because with let's say Giannis is not playing, man. Chris Middleton, he's gonna do whatever it takes. Like it seems like they like to go to him, but Drew Holiday has to be that number two guy, man. That Drew Holiday that we're used to seeing to take over games, man. And that Drew Holiday has an offensive game. He could get inside the paint. He could still shoot the ball. And I think Drew Holiday got to be a huge factor in this game. If Chris Middleton struggles and there's no Giannis, I think Drew Holiday has to be that guy to answer the bell.
Okay, for my X factor for the Suns is DeAndre Ayton. I think we know Ayton was the number one overall pick in a few drives back. If he plays like the number one pick, we've seen flashes where this dude can single-handedly take over a game. We know what we get from CP3. We know what we're going to get from Book. But you know, Keo, just like I know, DeAndre Ayton has been up and down this entire season. Some games he'll give you monster games, 30 and 10. Then other games you're like, man, what is DeAndre Ayton doing out there? If DeAndre Ayton comes to play, and let's just say he averages 20 and 10, this series is over. You can call it right now. If DeAndre Ayton averages 20 and 10, the Phoenix Suns will be crowned the 2021 NBA champion. So he's my X factor. I'm not mad at Payne and Johnson. I actually thought about both of them. I told you when Paul and Book go to the bench, them two coming off the bench, that's big time for the Suns. I think that's a slight drop off, but not bad. And then with the Bucks, I'm 1,000% with you on this. Drew Holiday. If the Bucks are going to win this series, Drew Holiday has to get in his bag, and we all call him underrated. But now it's time for him to put the world on notice. I'm Drew Holiday. I'm going against Chris Paul, who everybody and their mama that does. I'm not going to say if you're not a CP3 fan, it seems like a lot of people are rooting for CP3. Drew Holiday has a chance to put everybody on notice. Yeah, it's cool what Drew's doing. I mean, it's cool what CP3's doing, but this is my time. This is my time. I'm going to be forever known as the guy that stopped CP3 from getting the ring that he's been chasing his entire career. So I'm 1,000% with you. I'm 1,000% with the chat. I got Drew Holiday as the X factor in this series. Okay, Keo. Here we go. Game 1 tonight. Who wins?
I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Wow.
I think especially the Suns not being in the finals for quite some time. I think they're gonna be very too overexcited in this one. I think they just the feeling of being in the NBA finals, and I think they just gonna get lackluster and get distracted in this game. I know the fans are excited, but I know the Bucks, they're really focused in this game because people have them as underdogs. I know a lot of people are picking against the Bucks to lose a game 1, but I think the Bucks steal game 1 in Phoenix.
Okay, I'm going to go against you in this one. I thought about taking the Bucks. I really did. And I'm not going to be surprised they take it, but I'm going with the Suns in game 1. Just being at home, we don't know what we're going to get from Giannis. Is Giannis 100%? Well, we know he's not 100%, but if he's 80, 90%, can he get it done? We're going to see. I really want to see what Drew Holiday is going to do, but I'm not going against the Suns at home in Phoenix Suns Arena. There you go. Shout out to Corey, man. I'm taking the Suns as well. I think the game's going to be a good game. For anybody that doesn't know, these teams played twice this season. Do you know what the difference was in those two games, Keo?
What?
2 points. The Suns won both games by 1 point this season. That's crazy. So we had some good games with those two teams. It came down to the end. But I'm just going to go with Book. I'm going to go with CP3 in that bench, Monty Williams and company. I got the Suns in game 1. Now, with that being said, Keo, are you ready? Who is the 2021?
The 2021 NBA champions will be the Milwaukee Bucks.
Wow!
I think they'll finish the Suns off in 6 games. I think they'll win this 4-2. I got the Milwaukee Bucks winning this.
Okay. I'm not even going to lie to you. And you know, I told you this. If Giannis plays, I'm taking the Bucks. If he doesn't, I got the Suns, obviously. I don't feel that's fair to the fans tuned in. That's me kind of playing the fence. I'm taking the Phoenix Suns in 7. I think that they're going to get it done. Low-key, I'm not going to lie to y'all. A part of me is rooting for Chris Paul and the Suns, Monty Williams, Devin Booker. You know how much I like me some Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. But a part of me is rooting for the Bucks. I can honestly say I don't care who wins these finals. I want it to go 7 games, and I hope it's a great finals. I hope that game 7 goes into triple overtime and somebody wins. But I've got to take Phoenix in 7 because we don't know how healthy Giannis Antetokounmpo is. So I'm going with the Suns in 7. All right, Keo. Who's the finals MVP?
Finals MVP. I'm going with Chris Middleton, man.
Wow.
Chris Middleton.
You need to put some money down right now in Vegas. Because if you hit that, you're going to win some money.
Oh, I might do it after the show then. I really like Chris Middleton, man. Like I'm not messing around with you. I'm not trolling with you. Like I like Chris Middleton, man. Like I seen the impact that he had on these series. It may not be for the entire 7-game series, but the games that do matter, like he comes through in the clutch, man. So I'm going with Chris Middleton to be the Finals MVP.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying that because I'm assuming Giannis is not going to be playing. That's why I'm assuming that.
Oh, so you think the Bucks are going to win the finals without Giannis?
Yeah, I think he could possibly play one or 2 games.
Now that's big time. That's guts. Give me Middleton's stat line. I want to write this down real quick.
I think he'll average at least 27. 27, 6 and 4.
6 rebounds.
Yeah, and 4 assists.
Okay, that's not that's real good. If they win that's not bad. I'm going. This is tough because I think Tucker's gonna make Booker work for everything, but I just think Booker's one of those guys, man. He can do it all, man. He can do it all. I'm going Devin Booker for MVP. Book, man, he's one of those players that you know can give you 50, but also not so selfish to say, you know what, Chris Paul got it going. I'm gonna make sure he gets the ball. Ayton got it going. I'm gonna let him get the ball. Cameron Johnson got it going. I just like the way he plays the game. To me, I think it's very underrated. I think that we always look at him and say high volume shooter. He shoots the ball. He tries to score, but he's not a ball hog. So I'm going Devin Booker in this one. I'm going to say Book only averages about 26 in this series, though. He'll have big moments, but I think it'll be like 26, 5 and 5. But it's going to be clearly, he's going to leave his imprint on this series. So I'm going with Devin Booker as the Finals MVP. We having some Corey saying Chris Middleton for the Bucks if they win, Devin Booker for the Suns if they win. I disagree with y'all on the Bucks. Chris Middleton will not be the MVP. If the Bucks win, I think it's going to come down to Giannis playing, obviously. And if he doesn't play, it's going to be Jrue Holiday, clearly. Clearly for me.
Stop it. Chris Middleton hater alert over here.
Hey, I traded you in fantasy. Just for y'all that don't know, I traded for Chris Middleton. Now, I did trade him after that. Don't get it twisted now. I didn't keep him. No, I don't know if I got it from you. I got it from Duke. Shout out to Duke. Did I get it from Duke, right?
Yeah.
And then I traded him to you.
Yeah.
Get him off my team, man. There's a reason why I'm the champ, man. Watch your mouth, Gio. But with that being said, man, this has been the NBA Finals exclusive.
Wait
What's up?
a minute. I got a surprise before we do a shout outs.
Okay.
So I told you guys at the beginning of the show that we were having some issues uploading a video for the final predictions from some of the NBA members and people out there that came in to join the party. So with that being said, before we go to our shout outs, here is the predictions from some members of the MBS team and everybody else, from friends, family, and people that do support the MBS brand. So here.
Left in overtime. Middleton with 2. Middleton. Ball fires up a 3. It's good. Fresh ball from downtown, and that will do it. He's doing a good job.
Yo, it's your boy Q, 40 boy Q. Follow me on IG. Here to make my NBA Finals prediction video, man. I'm going with the Suns, man. The Suns are 4. No Giannis, Suns are 4. Simple. Let's go.
It's your boy Justin. I just want to do a quick video on the NBA Finals starting today. I think it's going to be a good series. I think it could go 7, but I got the Suns winning in 7. I think a lot of it has to do with Giannis's health, but if Giannis is not healthy, then it's going to be a 6-game series. If Giannis is healthy, it's going to be a 7-game series, but I still got the Suns. Peace.
My NBA final predictions this year. My predictions based off of who I'm going to see having big fourth quarters and who I can trust in late in the fourth quarter. I feel like the Suns have that advantage with having Chris Paul and Devin Booker on their team. So I'm taking the Suns in 6 games.
What's up, MBS? This is Keisha with ASO Proctor Academy. I just wanted to give my prediction on the finals. I'm going with the Bucks in 7 with Giannis as the MVP.
I believe the Bucks will win the 2021 NBA Finals. And Giannis is back by Game 3 and leads them back in heroic fashion. Joins elite company with 2 MVPs, 1 Defense Player of the Year, and a Finals MVP.
What's the deal, MBS world? It's your boy Drewly, Here to make my prediction for the NBA Finals tonight starting. Very shocking that it's the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. But I like it. I like it a lot, Two teams that nobody expected. I'm happy for Chris Paul, finally getting his shot that he should have been got. So that's what I'm rocking with, bro. Phoenix Suns. I think they're going to take it forward too, man.
Okay. I saw the heavy hitters. I want to say shout out to everybody that contributed a video. We couldn't put everybody. Maybe Keo might do a little video with everybody in it. I know there's a lot more people that said they did a video, but nonetheless, all love. Appreciate everybody that sent a video. Somebody sent it a little too late. I think that's what I'm thinking, Keo.
Yeah, there's so I'm gonna put out the full video out later today. As a matter of fact, right before the game starts. So there is some people that wasn't included on there. But the full video will be out later today. So make sure you go check that out, man. But shout out to everybody that was able to take the time to give their predictions out.
Definitely. Well, let's get to these shots. Oh, and one thing before you go to these shots, if you're interested in coming on the show, you think you got what it takes to talk sports, you think that you know sports, you're more than welcome. We're not no dudes that's gonna duck controversy. We with all that smoke. We ain't gonna hold no punches back. Shout out to my boy for that slogan. We ain't hold no punches back. And if you wanna give your videos, man, hit us up, DM us. We're gonna try to get other people involved. If you want to give your predictions, so we have it live on camera, so you can go on and show your family, your friends. Look, man, I said who's gonna win this. This is about bragging rights right now. Y'all know what it's like. I grew up in the household. Me and my brothers, we argue all the time. Who is gonna win this? Oh, you said this. No, you said that. But when you have it on camera, you can't go back on that. I know Keel's trying to get the best and worst of Truex and Sports Junkies thoughts on fast things. You need to chill out, boy. Chill out. But with that being said, let's get to these shout outs, Keo.
Yo, shout out to you, man. You caught me this show by surprise. I was like, what? All right, I'm gonna do it. But I'm looking forward for tonight's game 1, man, for the NBA Finals and the rest of the series. And like I said, once again, man, shout out to everybody that tuned and supports the MBS brand, from the battle rap shows, from the MBS shows to MBS Uncensored to Let's Talk About It to Bragging Rights. We got a lot going on, man. We got more shows coming up as we hit towards the summer. We got some interviews coming up. We got the fantasy football show, Sneaker of the Week's coming back. So damn, we got a lot, man. And we got some new team members also from part of the MBS brand also. So we don't stop, man.
Facts. Well, I want to say shout out to everybody that was in the chat tonight. I know it was a spur of the moment thing. And sometimes that's what we do. That's what we do here at MBS, man. You have something that's gonna go down, we gonna go live. Just on some random stuff, man. But shout out to Keo for being prepared for this. I mean, I literally hit him up today at like 2 o'clock, and I'm like, Keo, man, the NBA Finals is right there. We don't have our show till tomorrow. I don't want nobody, to say, oh, y'all wait until after game 1 to give y'all prediction. Nah, we gonna give our prediction before game 1, so you can't sit there and say, oh, y'all gave it after game 1. I got the Suns in 7, but I ain't mad who wins. Shout out to Giannis. If Giannis is healthy, I might have picked the Bucks, but that scares me a little bit too much. Keo got the Bucks in 6. But you know what I want to give my last shout out to, Keo? There's a guy that's on the Nothing But Sports show, and he goes by Jay Franchise. Do you remember we laughed at him midway? He said that the Suns was the team that everybody was sleeping on. So I want to give Jay Franchise his flowers right now. He was high on the Suns way before anybody on TV, anyone from the MBS brand. Nobody was really hyping up the Suns. This dude said, I'm telling y'all sleep. The Suns play basketball the right way. And if anybody knows, Jay Franchise does coach an AAU team, a high school team. So he knows what he's talking about. But I want to give him his flowers because he was high on the Suns way before anybody else was. So shout out to him, and shout out again to everybody that tuned in. Go to our YouTube page. Please subscribe. Go to our Facebook page. Please like. We're going to keep putting out great footage. And remember, tomorrow we're going to be on here, man. Let's talk about it. Oh, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about Miss Richardson being stopped from going to the Olympics. I know Keo and we talked about it off air. We're going to talk about a whole lot of other things. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that. With that being said, this has been the NBA Finals special with the crew from Let's Talk About It. I'm Truex, the Sports Junkie. That's my main man, Keo. We out. Peace.